Most people think Jesus came to bring peace. They're wrong. He said so himself. Matthew 10:34. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Not peace, a sword. And then he got specific. Verse 35. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Verse 36. And a person's enemies will be those of his own household. Your own house, your dinner table, the people who raised you. Jesus didn't say the world would hate you. He said your family would. That's not a mistake in translation. That's not an Old Testament thing. That's Jesus, in red letters, telling you the cost before you ever paid it. And most Christians have never heard a sermon on it. We're going to fix that today. Matthew 10 is not a comfortable chapter. Jesus is sending out the 12. He's giving them authority. He's telling them to heal the sick and raise the dead. And then he drops this, verse 34 to 39. Right in the middle of the commissioning, he tells them they're going to be hated, arrested, beaten, dragged before governors. And then, almost casually, he says the people who will turn on them first are the ones who share their last name. This wasn't a warning about the Romans. This was a warning about dinner. Now, here's what most people miss. Jesus is quoting Micah chapter 7. Micah 7:6. For the son treats the father with contempt. The daughter rises up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the people of his own house. Micah wrote that about Israel in rebellion. The family unit had collapsed. Trust was gone. Love was gone. The household had become a battlefield. Jesus picks up that exact language and says, when the gospel enters a home, the same thing happens. Not because the gospel destroys families, because the gospel divides them. Here's what's really happening. When you genuinely follow Christ, everything changes. Your priorities, your values, your decisions, your speech, your boundaries. And the people who knew the old you, the you before Christ, or even the lukewarm you, they notice. And not everyone celebrates it. Some will mock you. You've changed. You're no fun anymore. You think you're better than us now. Some will oppose you. They'll call your faith extremism. They'll say you've joined a cult. They'll tell you to stop being so serious about God. And some, the hardest ones, will simply walk away from you, because the light exposes what the darkness wants to keep hidden. John 3:19-20. Light has come into the world, and people loved the darkness rather than the light because their works were evil. For everyone who does wicked things hates the light and does not come to the light, lest his works should be exposed. Your presence at the family gathering is no longer neutral. You carry the light, and the light divides. This is why Jesus didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't say, follow me and your family will eventually come around. He said, follow me and prepare to lose them. Because he knew that when the gospel takes root in one person, the rest of the household has to make a decision, and not everyone chooses Christ. Now we get to verse 37, and this is where it cuts deepest. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Read that again. Not worthy of me. Jesus is not asking for first place in your heart. He's demanding it. Above your parents, above your children, above the people you would die for. This is not a negotiation. It's a throne claim. And the reason is simple. If anyone other than Jesus holds the highest place in your life, they can pull you away from him. Your mother wants you to stop going to that church. Your father says your faith is embarrassing. Your spouse gives you an ultimatum. And in that moment, your love will be tested. Who do you fear more, them or God? Jesus is not being harsh. He's being honest. He knows that divided loyalty never survives pressure. The family that can guilt you out of obedience will eventually guilt you out of the faith altogether. So he draws the line before the battle starts. Love me more, or don't call yourself mine. Verse 38. And whoever does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Now the picture is complete. The cross wasn't a piece of jewelry. It was an execution device. When Jesus said, "Take up your cross," his audience understood immediately. They had seen men carry crossbeams through the streets of Jerusalem. They knew what happened at the end of that walk. Taking up your cross means dying. Dying to the approval of your parents. Dying to the acceptance of your siblings. Dying to the need to be understood by the people who raised you. Because if you're still living for their approval, you're not living for Christ. Verse 39 seals it. Whoever finds his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. The life you build around family approval, you'll lose it. The life you surrender to Christ, even if it costs you every relationship you have, you'll find it. And here's the part nobody tells you. The life you find is better. So what does this look like practically? It looks like saying no to the family event that pulls you into sin. It looks like refusing to laugh at the jokes you used to laugh at. It looks like speaking truth when silence would be easier. It looks like praying before meals when nobody else at the table believes. It looks like choosing church over the Sunday gathering. It looks like your mother crying because she doesn't understand who you've become. And it looks like staying, loving them anyway, not cutting them off in self-righteousness, but refusing to let their rejection pull you away from the one who saved you. The narrow road runs right through your living room. Not everyone will walk it with you. That's not failure. That's Matthew 10. Here's what I need you to hear. Jesus told you it would happen. He told you the cost before you paid it. He told you the sword would fall across your own dinner table. So if it's happening right now, if your family is pushing back, mocking, withdrawing, you're not doing something wrong. You're living something real. The question isn't whether it will cost you. The question is whether you'll pay it. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. That's the line. You already know which side of it you're standing on. Full breakdown in the description. Watch the full series on the channel. Time is telling.